friends. Welcome to your tarot reading for the full moon in Capricorn coming up on July 3rd. My name is Natasha, also known as Nourished Natasha. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome back. I have a hair on my lip. Anywho, yeah, we're gonna do a tarot pool. I have a few decks that I'm gonna use today. I don't know why I felt drawn to this deck, the Tarot Obscura, my Way Home Tarot, and then we're gonna clarify with an Oracle deck for what is kind of going on for the collective for this full moon in Capricorn. I'm gonna shuffle a little bit while we talk about it. The full moon in Capricorn is on July 3rd. This is also known as the buck moon. This is, if you know, Capricorn is an earth sign. It is the workhorse of the zodiac, the sea goat, very hardworking, very determined, very dedicated, very grounded. Capricorn in the body rules our foundation, so our muscles, our bones, our skeletal system, and the root chakra, because Capricorn literally rules our root, our foundation, and it is all about grounding. This full moon in particular is also happening while there is Neptune retrograde, and Neptune retrograde essentially means bringing things again back down to earth, into reality. Neptune is the planet of dreams and illusions and kind of the subconscious, is ruled by Pisces, and I'm a Pisces, so you know, I know that dreamy energy, and Neptune retrograde is kind of bringing it back into reality. We also have a Saturn retrograde happening right now in Pisces. Saturn, Lord of Karma. I think it might be actually between Pisces and Aquarius, but coming back around, you know, karmic lessons, all that jazz. But full moons we know are about releasing, and this full moon in Capricorn in particular is about releasing anything that is holding you back from your hard work, your goals, your wishes, your dreams, your success, your achievement. And that could even be, you know, beliefs about success, like what is your true version of success versus what society's version of success, things like that. Releasing any blockages as to your work, your things that are grounded in like the tangible material world. We need to tap into that kind of Capricorn workhorse energy and focus on that kind of stuff, our goals, our wishes, our dreams. And yeah, in the tarot, Capricorn is actually ruled by the devil. You know, the devil gets a bad rep because it's the devil, but the devil in fact is, yes, it can be a card of temptations, the ties that bind, vices, the shadow self, but it's also a card of mastery, of, you know, your kind of mastery of the shadow self and hard work that got you there. So that's the energies that we're working with for this full moon in Capricorn. We'll get right on into it. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles here. So honestly, exactly kind of what I've been talking about. The Two of Pentacles is about balancing work and life, work and play, right? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, or whatever they say. And that's kind of what the Two of Pentacles is about. And I'm pretty sure the Capricorn symbol is even right there in this deck. Finding that balance between hard work and not working yourself into the ground, right? That is kind of the key to the Capricorn energy, because Capricorn will absolutely work themselves into the ground. And we can, when we get like very focused on our goals, our wishes, our dreams, you know, that can lead to burnout if we're working too hard. It's kind of like a realistic plan forward would be to balance work and play, work and fun, work and life. You can't just work, grind. You know, that's kind of what this full moon in Capricorn is about, is releasing that grind culture instead, you know, focusing on your goals, wishes, dreams, successes, achievements in a more realistic way, which realistic isn't working 24/7, right? Who is just fallen out of there? Yes, absolutely, the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords also gets a bad rep for being a card of lying, cheating, stealing, but here's the thing about the Seven of Swords. It is a card of doing things in a different way. So what's actually happening in the, oh, I just realized it's the Three of Swords. I thought it was the Seven of Swords when it fell to the ground. Ooh, Three of Swords. Who's feeling the heartbreak? Who is feeling the loss? There is also a Libra symbol on here. I thought this was the Seven of Swords. Thought he was carrying the swords. It is the Three of Swords. Heartbreak, loss, a breakup. And it doesn't have to be like with a person. It could even be, you know, with anything, people, places, energies, something that left you feeling heartbroken, like the Three Swords. You can see Three Swords right through the chest. What was leaving us feeling that way? Why are we feeling a little heartbroken as we're moving into this full moon in Capricorn energy? Literally, the Two of Pentacles again. We're feeling heartbroken because we felt like we maybe had to choose between work and fun. We feel like maybe we chose the wrong, way. We chose work instead of fun, or fun instead of work, and now we're like, oh crap. Like we're feeling the heartbreak over that. Feeling the heartbreak over, I think also that the Two of Pentacles can be like a choice or a decision between like work and fun, or a decision, you can see here on the Two of Pentacles, there's actually these people like trying to walk on this Two of Pentacles. And it's like, a decision of paths that you perhaps chose, but we feel like we chose wrong. And the thing is, there are no wrong choices. There are no right choices. Anything you choose, and that's the joke, right? It's a joke of control. It's like either way you choose, it's gonna lead you a certain way. And we get very scared of like wasting time or choosing the wrong path. And it's like, if I look back on my life, no matter all the choices that I've made, where I might regret some, it all led me to being right here, right now. And that's kind of how the universe works, is no matter what you choose, it is the right choice. Does that make sense? Like no matter what you choose, even if it felt like the wrong choice, it still led you to be where you needed to be. So with that being said, we have the Eight of Swords. That's what's holding us back, my friends. The mental self-imposed prison. You can see here, this person is tied up, blindfolded, surrounded by swords, but they can actually get out of that if they wanted to. It is a mental prison. And I think that is where we're at. Again, we feel like maybe we made the wrong choice, or we feel stuck where we are. We're not kind of seeing the way out of this heartbreak of like, I made this wrong choice and now I have to like live with it. And it's like, but you don't. That's a self-imposed prison there, my friends, in your mind. There are ways out. It might not be the way you thought or the way you wanted, but there are certainly things that can be done to get out of this heartbreak, to maybe choose the different path. What do we need to do? How can we get out of this self-imposed prison? These limiting beliefs, these negative thoughts. Chaos mode might not want to work for me. Maybe we'll have to, one more, and then we'll pull the old-fashioned way. All right. Yeah, all right, so we have here the first two cards that came out are the Lovers and the Magician, and the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. This is honestly, both of these cards is the balance between work and play. You can have both. Why can't you have both? I think that's what is like keeping us stuck in this Eight of Swords, is we're like, but I can't have it both ways. I can't have my cake and eat it too. I can't take both paths, but you can. You can choose, the Lovers signifies a choice. The Lovers is also the reverse image of the devil. It's a card of Gemini. And, it can be a card of choice, but it's like, this is like play, love, fun, healing. And the Magician is work, alchemize, manifest, get stuff done. You can have it both ways. You can do both of the things. It might take some extra work. It might take a lot of time. It might be not a hard journey, but a intense journey. It might take a lot of balancing, a lot of, structure and foundation, which is what Capricorn is all about. But you can have both things. You don't have to choose one or the other. And how do we do that? How do we have both things? Queen of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Passion and hard work. That's all you need. Passion and hard work. Passion and getting on your grind, moving forward passionately, confidently, doing things that you love, things that light your fire. I swear the Doors have been stalking me lately, and I keep hearing that like "Come on baby, light my fire" song over and over and over in my head. But what lights your fire? What lights you up? What makes you passionate? What makes you feel good? And how can you combine that with, you're working hard? You can have both. You can have both. There are more, I think, options than maybe what you thought there were, or maybe it's just going, I think that's why my brain was like Seven of Swords, because what I was going to say about the Seven of Swords, even though we didn't pull it, is like looking at, it's doing things in a different way, because what's actually happening in the Seven of Swords is the person on the Seven of Swords is stealing all those swords away from battle, so there doesn't have to be a battle. It's like doing things in a different way. Yes, it does get the bad rep of like lying, cheating, stealing, deception, but it is also a card of doing things in a different way. Now we're going to clarify here with my Way Home Tarot deck. Just a couple more. What else do we need to hear? How can we have both? How can we do it both? The Ten of Swords, and ironically the Ten of Swords is also at the bottom of the other deck. Ten of Swords, the artist for this card basically says stop eating trash, right? The Ten of Swords is it's the mental, it's the mind. It's being completely just done, burnt out mentally. I've heard the Ten of Swords described as literally dead. It can also sometimes be a card of betrayal, but I think more so it's like self-betrayal. You are betraying yourself by not giving yourself all the options. You're betraying yourself by keeping yourself in that mental imposed prison. You're betraying yourself by listening to all those negative thoughts, negative self-talk, you know, what like society is telling you that you should do, or what you think you're supposed to do, or what your parents told you to do. That's what's keeping you stuck, and that's why you feel like you can't have it all, because we've been told no, you can't, but you can. Yeah, you can, absolutely. Six of Wands, the card of victory. Every time I see this depiction of the Six of Wands, I hear that Running Up That Hill song by Kate Bush that, you know, had a resurgence because of Stranger Things. Like, going up that hill to victory. You're on that path to victory. And you can have your victory of having both, but you have to let go of, this is the Five of Cups. You have to let go of those spilt cups. Focus on the ones that you still have that are upright. We can't just continue to cry over spilt milk. The Five of Cups is a card of grief, of loss, of hanging on to those things that you've lost, of not being able to let go of the things that you've lost. And, you know, traditionally in the Five of Cups, it's like a dude looking at those spilt cups, very sad, very depressed, but there's two full cups right behind him. You gotta let go. You gotta let go of those old cups. Six of Pentacles, card of equal give and take. Traditionally, it is a kind of richer, like royalty guy handing out coins to the peasant, holding the scales in his hands. It's about balance. It's about giving as much as you receive, or receiving as much as you give. You know, that's how we find balance, is in that being open to receive as much as we give, or being open to give as much as we receive. So what does that mean? That means you can't always be the giver. You can't always be the taker. There has to be a balance between both. Heavy on the heart chakra energy, and what do you know? We pulled the Lovers again and the Father of Cups. How do we get out of this Ten of Swords, Five of Cups energy? The Father of Cups is emotional stability and maturity. He is able to handle his emotions in rocky waters. Traditionally, the Father of Cups is the King of Water sitting in his throne, and the waves around him, his throne is literally on the water, and the waves around him are like chaos, and there's a storm, but his throne is stable because he's worked on his emotions. And it is having emotional stability through all of this, and again, moving from a place of love. I actually have this coin, this tarot coin that I got when I was in Salem, and one side has the devil and one side has the Lovers. And again, like I said, the devil and the Lovers are opposite images of each other. And on the one side with the devil, it says, say no to fear. And on the side with the Lovers, it says, say yes to love. So there you go, my friends. Now we might get dragged by this oracle deck. This is kind of my go-to deck when I need a reality check. It literally has a card that says, come back down to earth, which is this full moon in Capricorn vibe. But what else do we need to hear? Snake medicine is a card of saying sometimes the antidote, the anti-venom is in fact the venom. So what does that mean? When you get bitten by a snake, and it's really funny because I actually have my snake Todd sitting right next to me. He's not venomous, but you know, he's a ball python. When you get bitten by a venomous snake, what is the anti-venom made out of? Venom. You know, when you get bitten by a snake, you kind of have to suck that poison out of the wound. It's not fun. Going through the anti-venom process is not fun, but sometimes the remedy to the venom is venom, but in a different way. It takes a curse to break a curse. Rainbow. This is the happiest card in this deck, kind of comparable to the sun. It's the sunshine and rainbows. It's coming on the other side of that snake medicine. If you can do the hard thing, snake medicine essentially is like, if you were hurt by something in the past, perhaps the venom, the anti-venom is in that thing, but in a healing way. Does that make sense? The thing that you're scared of. Sometimes the anti-venom, again, is made from the venom. It takes a curse to break a curse. That's the only way we're going to get to that rainbow. Heavy on the rainbow energy, you know. Happy Pride. We're kind of wrapping up Pride, but I mean, it's always Pride in my world. It's not about you. It's not about you. You know, it's like not my circus, not my monkeys. You do not have to be in the spotlight to be the leader of your own life, if that makes sense. Like, it's time to kind of step off the stage. And I think that's why, you know, again, we feel like we made the wrong choice or the wrong decision or like we followed the wrong path. It's like, it's not about you. It doesn't matter what choice you make. You have your kind of path, you have your fate, and you can kind of step out of the spotlights. And it's like, it's not that deep. There's another card in this deck that's like, it's not that deep. Like, it's not that deep whether what path you choose or what direction you go. Either way, it's going to work out in the end. Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like I'm channeling something here. What else do we need to hear? Get that card in a second. Is anything else we need to hear? All right, all the cards are flying out. Oh, there's even one that I missed. Oh. Try the opposite. There's a lot of cards of duality here. We have try the opposite, same, but different, and mirror. These are literally all cards of duality, all cards of two sides of the same coin. And I also just made a reference to a coin. Again, it's like, no matter what you choose, no matter what direction you choose, they're two sides of the same coin. It's same, but different, right? A bee and a lunar moth are still pretty similar, but different. This card, mirror, is you and your shadow self. Try the opposite, the sun and the moon. We have the lovers. It's like so much duality, and it's like, it doesn't really matter which direction you choose, which path that you take. It's all kind of going to lead to the same place, if that makes sense. We just have to wait for the download. We have to wait for that moment of realization where everything finally gets uploaded to the cloud and we're like, oh, I finally get it now. Because a lot of the times, like, think about when, you know, again, as we think about on the mistakes that we have made in the past, and I have to sneeze, excuse me. Excuse me. Again, all the mistakes, quote unquote, that we made in the past led us to this moment right now. And it's when it's hindsight is 2020. We're able to look back and be like, oh, it actually didn't really matter because, you know, I ended up where I was supposed to be, or I ended up here, whatever it is. That's the download, right? That's the cloud. That's like the aha moment of like, oh, you know, it's like I had to make those mistakes and I had to do those things because it made me the person who I am today, right? We're just waiting on that. We're just waiting on that upload. Yeah, and in the meantime, drink water, hydrate, take care of yourself, take care of your physical body. That's what this card's all about. My favorite card in the deck, the most Capricorn card ever. Be your own daddy. Insert Pedro Pascal here. This is the full moon in Capricorn. Do the things. Do what you gotta do. Work play both. Be your own daddy. You can have it. You can have it all. You can do it all. I just pictured my favorite gif of all time is the Shia LaBeouf Just Do It. If you're feeling like unmotivated, go watch that video. Shia LaBeouf Just Do It motivational speech. Be your own daddy. Who says you can't have it all? Who says you can't have the bag, you know? You can. Any final messages? Come on, full moon in Capricorn. One last. How can we get some reassurance that we're on the right track? It's like every card in the deck that just fell out. I just want one more. I just want one more, friends. The dream always comes disguised as the nightmare. What I've been saying. The dream always comes disguised as the nightmare. Again, in the current moment, it might seem like a nightmare, but the dream always comes disguised as the nightmare. It's going to be okay. It's going to be the dream. It's going to be the dream of dreams. Right now, it might feel like you're going through it, but again, hindsight is 20/20. When you look back and you're like, oh, dang. It's very reminiscent of a card in the sister deck to this deck that says butterfly dreams, and it's like the caterpillar does not know when, like, while it's in its cocoon, it's literally being like pulverized into goo to come out the butterfly. It sucks. The caterpillar's like going through it, but then it comes out a butterfly. Like the Capricorn, I keep saying Capricorn, full moon in Capricorn. Maybe one of y'all Capricorns really need to hear this. The caterpillar in the cocoon does not know the greatness that awaits it on the other side, right? It's about to become a butterfly, but it's like going through it, turning into goo in its cocoon and its chrysalis. But at one point you dreamed of the life that you have right now. It might be stressful right now, but at one time you wanted to be here, right? You wished for this. And then, you know, we don't really see it until we kind of look back on it. And again, the cloud kind of have those updates like, oh yeah, dang, I did work really hard for this. But the dream always comes disguised as the nightmare. So be your own daddy. You can have it all. You can do it all. Say yes to love. Say no to fear, my friends. I will leave you with that. I hope you have a wonderful full moon in Capricorn. There is a yoga class for this full moon as well. I have my membership here on YouTube, Live Tarot, Live Yoga, Live New Moon and Full Moon workshops. We're doing a tarot and yoga challenge for the month of July. This is for members only. So if you want to join us for a class a day centered around the tarot, hit that join button. I also am offering business coaching, a business coaching program. If you'd like to learn how to do what I do, grow your social media, grow your business, go ahead and apply. It's a 6-week group coaching program. The links for everything will be in the description box below. I also have individual readings for every sign for the month of July on my channel for free. So maybe I'll see you there. Either way, I hope you have a wonderful full moon, and I'll see y'all next time.